tuning in. Without taking much of your time, today's video is about why or importance of you uh, tracking your expenses. Why is it important for you to track your expenses? So there are many reasons out there in which you should be able to you should be tracking your expenses, right? But apart from so many reasons, I will give you a few reasons why you should be tracking your expenses or why tracking your expenses are important. The first reason is being aware of your spending habit. So many of us just keep spending money without even knowing the pattern or having a recall of what we are really spending our money on, right? We want to be able to know what you're doing with your money at all times, okay? You don't just want to be making money yet you can't even tell what you're doing with it, because at the end of the day you really see nothing that you've really got to do important for your life, right? So the first or important reason for me is you being aware of your spending habit, and this is just you being able to um track your expenses. That way it helps you to be more aware of where your money is going. If you're wasting your money on things you're not supposed to be wasting, allocating your money and seeing what are the patterns in which you're spending your spending behavior, right? Identifying areas in which you may be overspending and make adjustments accordingly. The second is going to be you being able to make a strict and realistic budget. By you knowing the importance of tracking, you'll be able to make a realistic budget, okay? Because of course you know the different places in which your money is going. You'll be able to create a realistic budget that aligns with your future financial goals. You'll probably be able to allocate your income effectively and efficiently, and you ensure that every of your essential spending is covered. That way you don't just want to spend because you want to spend, and you'll be able to save more if you know where your money is going, or if you know that hey, my income, I'm not wasting it, and you won't feel regretful or remorse about where it's actually going, and potentially you'll be able to invest in your future, right? So that's one of the another important reason why you should be tracking your expenses. The third is your financial planning. If you're tracking your expenses, you'll be able to plan financially, or you'll be able to have better financial objectives. Because of course, if I know that this is how much I'm spending, this is how much uh I'm spending on both your essential and non-essential expenditures, of course you'll be able to keep your financial goals intact, because I know how much I'm making, and I will know how much is going out, and I know how much is left that I can actually allocate it for these other financial objectives that I have on my bucket list. Okay, so if it's for you paying off your debt, building your emergency fund, maybe you want to buy a home, or you want to do investment, or you want to start a business, right? You will be able to carry out those financial objectives within that particular amount period of time that you're planning toward. Okay, the number four is you identifying your problem area. It's important for you to track, because you'll be able to identify this problem area if you're overspending or wasting money, like I said, okay? Or you're just doing impulse buying, or you just go doing unnecessary subscription. When I say unnecessary subscription, is subscriptions that you do and never use, or use once in a while, but you pay for it every month, okay? Maybe you are there subscribing to an app that you never use, or you use to once in a blue moon. Why should you be paying for that subscription at all times or every month when you know you really don't even use it every month? Or let's say you go do a subscription to a channel that you don't even watch. Some people have multiple channels that they've subscribed to. And it's not the problem of subscribing, it's the problem of subscribing and not using the product, because you go subscribe and you don't use it. Let's say you go do Amazon subscription that you end up not even buying from Amazon every month. Do you really think it's worth wasting your Amazon money on Amazon Prime subscription if you really know that you don't buy every month from Amazon? because I don't think it's really necessary, right? So just make sure that if you're doing so many channels that you don't even watch, because you can't follow all of them at once except you have all the time. But how, regardless of how much time you have, right, there will be always something somewhere that you have to be watching that is more interesting than the other. So you cannot divide yourself into different parts just so they can watch the channel at at all times. So if you're paying for so many channels that you really don't use, it's better to put your money on something else and just maybe stick to one particular channel that you know that you use more often, okay, and reduce some of those subscription. Or sometimes some of this new thing, they tell you, oh, we have a bundle. Maybe you instead just go buy a bundle, maybe pay a one-time fee for some of those things rather than doing a recurring subscription, which maybe it end up charging you more. Okay, if it's a few dollars, you can save from those few dollars. All right, and reduce your expenditure on things that you really don't need. Maybe doing shopping on maybe clothes that you will never even wear it, or clothes that you know you're not even gonna need it till maybe in the upcoming months, and then you just have them sitting in your closet. You look at it, it looks at you, and by the time you know it, those clothes no longer fit. Or maybe you like, oh, I really don't like the taste of this dress anymore. It doesn't suit the parties I'm about to attend or the occasions we should attend. Well, why did you buy them? Just to let them fill your wardrobe and then you just see it. Okay, so just make sure you identify where your money is going to, especially on the non-essential or things that are optional to you, things that you really must not get. Okay, and make sure that if you get this, then you'll be able to correct all these actions and improve your financial situation. The number five reason is you being able to avoid debt. If you track your expenses, you will know when not to do impulse purchases, you will know when to avoid debt. Okay, if you are tracking, you are making sure that you're living below your means, right? If you're making 1,500 a week or in 2 weeks or even a month, and you know how much you're going to be spending on expenditures, you really will not want to go over that 1,500, right? You'll be able to help track and not want to overspend. You want to make sure you stay below your income. That way you avoid incurring debts that you really don't need, except otherwise. But if you're able to get all this tracking together, you might be able to avoid some of these debts. Okay, am I telling you that you will never get into it? No, I'm not saying so, but I'm just saying that you can actually avoid it if you're able to, because sometimes you can be able to track and know where you're spending money on things you really don't need, and you can cut it off and then save more and be able to use it for the future. Okay, instead of just spending the money. And the last thing we're going to be talking about for this video is emergency preparedness. You never know what can happen to you. Okay, we have to be prepared at all times. There are unforeseen things, right? Unforeseen circumstances. Might be somebody falls sick, might be you get into a car accident, or your car gets broken down that you need to fix it, or you really are in need of something. Okay, you never know, right? So you need to be prepared. You have to always keep money somewhere to be prepared for emergency purposes. So knowing your expenses will help you prepare for these emergency purposes. Okay, if you know that this is how much I'm going to be giving out, giving out to your various bills, okay, or paying for my various bills, you will know how much you have left from your income, right? And from there you can say, okay, a portion of this money that I have left will go for my emergency, that no matter what I do, I will always have to keep this. And even if at that time you really don't have not started keeping something, you will know that, okay, this is how much I'm gonna spend for this week, this is how much I will have left. So if anything happens, I will have this amount of money ready to be used for something. So this keeps you mentally prepared and physically prepared for in case emergency things happen, okay? For the unexpected, because of course you weren't expecting it. So for every unexpected event, you should be able to have something. You might not have all of it, but you might have something to begin with, okay? So if you're able to track your expenses and know how much your income is, then you should mentally, or even on a book, like I said, if you're tracking, that means you are writing it down so you know how much you have left. So this gives you a clear understanding of your financial obligation and spending habit, and you can build emergency funds for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones, right? And maybe like I said, things like your medical bills, car repairs, a job loss. And if even if it's not a job loss, somebody else passes away, you'll be able to uh not go totally broke in case the person was a breadwinner of your family, right? So if you keep all these funds, you'll be able to make some good judgments, and you'll be able to wake up back and be able to get something, turn your back and be able to get something that can help you keep going until you're able to uh, get something else in case it's something like a job loss. So overall, tracking expenses is a fundamental aspect, and for your personal finances management, so it provides you with information and insight needed to make informed financial decisions and make you achieve your goals. So make sure that you keep tracking it so you can maintain a financial stability over a long period of time, or during, depending on how much you want to uh, put your financial goal for, even if it's just for a couple of years, right? But however, everything has a long short-term and long-term effect. So the whatever you do today, you have to be doing it with respect to your future, okay? So make sure you keep uh you keep tracking your expenses and your income, and that way you'll be ready for anything that happens, okay, financially to you. And always remember, these videos are for educational purposes only. So please, if you want, you can go out there. There are so many financial experts, they can walk you through. If you know that you cannot do some of these things on your own, there are so many financial experts that can help you keep start allocating money for emergency, allocating money for maybe you have family kid, yeah, you have children, for their school funds and every other thing, investment. They can help you with this. But overall, if you really don't want to go pay for a financial advisor or somebody, you can use apps. If not, you can actually do your tracking by yourself, right? All of us know simple maths one way or the other, okay? And even if you don't know simple maths, there are many apps out there that can help you do it without you having to work your brain out, okay? Just make sure that you um go out there and seek professional help if you really need it. But however, my videos are only for educational purposes. Please, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to equally leave comments if you want me to talk about something, or if you just enjoy my videos too, leave me comments as well. And if you want me to learn about something new too, I am really grateful and glad to learn as well from you. And don't forget to share my videos, because many people out there will love to listen to it if you like my videos. Thank you so much, and stay safe out there. Until next time, be healthy. Thank you.